Hi, everybody. Thank you for joining us this evening. If we could all stand for the Pledge of Allegiance, we can start the meeting. I pledge allegiance
to the
to the
flag
flag
of
of the United States
of America,
of America and
and
to the republic
for which it
stands, one nation,
nation
under God, indivisible,
with
with liberty
and
and justice
for all.
for all. Well, thanks again, everybody, for joining. I think tonight's meeting is should be fairly straightforward. We've covered a tremendous amount of ground, and I am very impressed with the effort and the outcome thus far. So first, I guess the most important thing to touch base on here, and we'll go through the agenda, is to approve the minutes from our last meeting on February 22nd. Could I get a motion to approve the minutes, please? Or does anyone have comment?
Make a motion.
Cool. Can we get a second?
Second.
Great. All in favor?
Aye.
Great. The ayes have it. Mr. Jackson?
Yes.
Good evening. So tonight's discussion, if anyone read the agenda, just gonna the committee, the draft recommendations and the plan. Does anyone on the committee have anything that they would like to touch on with respect to what has been put forth so far? No? Excellent.
That's been done.
Yeah, agreed. So I'd like to just encourage the community, anyone who is watching the meeting, or if it's a recording that you're going to be watching in the future, we are going to make a motion to adopt this plan, to have it considered by the village board on a special meeting on March 23rd. So you have a time to make comment this evening live with us now, or you also will have another opportunity on the special meeting on March 23rd, and we will absolutely encourage all public comment and consider any input from the community, both today and from now until March 23rd. Is there anyone that is viewing from the public that I can't see that screen, Marcus, that is have their hand up and would like to comment on the plan that has been put forth?
Yeah, no one has raised their, hold on a second. Yes, Cheech has raised his hand. I'm gonna move him now. Hold on a second.
Great, thank you.
Cheech, you're on. You can unmute yourself to speak.
Can you guys hear me okay?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay. Listen, I just wanted to thank this entire committee for all the time they put into completing this police reform agenda. You know, I personally appreciate it because, you know, being a retired New York City police officer, I know how difficult a task it can be to get a community together and try to come up with solutions that will cause a better relationships to form between, you know, the community and a police department. Well done, guys, and I look forward to reading the completed version. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Marcus, do we have anyone else with a hand up?
Yes, Theresa would like to make a few
Both
comments.
hands up, Jeremy.
Hi, Mayor.
Hi, how are you?
Hi.
Listen, I also want to thank you guys. You did a great job in a short amount of time, and I had been listening on Facebook. I wanted to take a back seat on this because I wanted true community involvement. I wanted the free flow of ideas and information, and this was a fantastic panel. You guys really worked through everything. In talking to some other officials in the county, some of these were very rough. It got to be contentious. It got to be pretty ugly. So I'm glad we have a good community. We don't have issues like that. So I thank you so much, Jeremy, for being the chairman. I thank Dwayne for being the board liaison to this. And the chief, of course, the chief, your input. So I know you guys put a lot of time into this, and we very much appreciate it. And we will be adopting this at a special meeting, as Marcus said, on March 23rd. And I'd like to thank Marcus, of course, for being our Zoom coordinator. So thanks, guys. Much appreciated.
Thank you.
Thank you, Madam Mayor.
Marcus, any other comments
No,
or hands up?
Nope, no other hands up, and I'm not getting any other text message or anything like that, so you should be able to move forward.
Fantastic. So at this time, can I have someone please to make a motion to adopt this the recommendation and plan to submit to the village board?
I make a
Make a motion.
motion.
I
Great.
second.
Great. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Great. The ayes have it again. I guess this concludes the work of the panel at this point. The village board will be accepting comment from now through March 23rd when they are going to consider this plan for adoption. And I would just like to say thank you. Thanks to the village for the opportunity to participate. I'd like to thank the other members of this committee. There was a lot of time and effort put forth here and consideration into a multitude of different ideas. I'd like to thank Harvey Loeb. Harvey has volunteered his time and gave us a tremendous amount of support, feedback, ideas, suggestions, sort of best practice and topics of consideration that he has learned through his professional experience as well as from other communities throughout Westchester County. So Harvey, thank you. You haven't missed a meeting and you've added tremendous value throughout this process. So I'd like to thank you very much for your efforts and your time.
Well, thank you for your kind words, Jeremy. And it's been a pleasure to serve on this committee for me.
Dwayne, thank you. You were a liaison, I think is how they refer to it since you're on a trustee for the village, and you did a great job. Thank you very much for helping us and guiding us as well. And to everyone on the committee, thank you. Chief, you were incredibly responsive. We asked you lots of questions. There was, I know, a lot of late nights and weekend evenings and time spent away from your family to sort of get us data and information we needed in rather short notice so that we could keep this process moving. You said yes every time and, presented the information timely, thoroughly, and with a smile. And I'm very grateful and appreciative for your efforts to help make us look successful in putting all of this together. And then my final thank you. Well, Marcus, too, you've been great. You helped me. I've never done anything of the sort. So I appreciate the coaching and the guidance to make sure that this was done officially and properly. But my big giant thank you goes to Awilda. Awilda, you put in a tremendous effort here, making sure that the minutes and the agendas were all presented and typed and laid out appropriately, and you didn't complain. You just kept doing it, and no matter what we asked, you were serving with a smile, and I'm very grateful for your effort. I'm the chairperson, but it's in title only. The heavy lifting was done by you, and I'm grateful. Thank you very much.
Thank you. But everyone put, in an effort as well, and I'm appreciative.
So I guess that does it. That wraps up our efforts with respect to this police reform and review. And again, thanks everybody. Thanks for the questions, the comments, the participation, and everyone for your efforts.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Great job by everybody. Great job.
Thank you.
Does anyone else have anything they'd like to say before we close the meeting?
Yeah, this is Jim Ferguson. It's been a pleasure, just to reach out to everybody on the committee. Before this, I didn't know you. I've been a resident of Buchanan, and it was a pleasure. And, it was a great job by everybody. And I would like to, wish the best for Chief Farrell and the Buchanan Police Department moving forward.
Absolutely.
Completely agreed. Thanks. Anyone else?
I'll just say thank you for everybody's support. Really appreciate the hard work. You guys made it easy for me to get you the information. And I'm just glad it was, so easy for us to get done, and turned out very nice. So I appreciate it, and nice to meet everyone.
Yeah, it was a great opportunity to meet some people in the community that maybe wouldn't have otherwise crossed paths. So that was nice too. And frankly, Chief, I think that you and the team on your your police officers and the manner in which you all conduct yourselves is what made our job easier than maybe in many of the other communities. You treat residents with respect. That's been my experience from day one. And thanks for leading a great team and setting a great example on how officers can interact with the community. Because you were a patrol officer before you were a sergeant, right? And before you were a chief. And I know you because you were in our community and you made it a point to get to know us and say hello and do all the things that community policing is supposed to be. So thank you for leading by example.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
I just want to add quickly to that thought. What was just said, I think, really speaks highly of our village and our police department, because this participation by our police force has been going on for years before the words or term community policing ever became a buzzword. It's just been a part. I mean, I don't know, I'll use my own cliche word. It's been a part of the culture here in this village going all the way back. And I just think it's a wonderful thing. So yeah, like I say, before community policing ever became a headline word, it was being practiced here in our village, and I'm glad to see it continuing.
Well said.
Agreed. Thank you, Paul. Well, I guess that'll do it for the evening. Thank you, everybody. And we'll see you all around town.